What's up guys, welcome to a new video. I'm Smart Trader. Today's video is going to be on the 52-week high breakout strategy. So what I want to show you guys is how to use the strategy and then how to actually find stocks that are about to do this 52-week high breakout. So we're gonna use Finviz Screener and I'm gonna show you guys how to find these stocks, but first we gotta get an idea of what the 52-week high breakout strategy is. Okay, so before I go over that, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this video, and don't forget 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. today I'm gonna be going live with you guys and talk about stocks and make our watch list together. All right, so I hope you guys join me during the live session, but let's go ahead and talk about the 52-week high breakout. So what you have here is a basic idea of what the 52-week high is. Well, a 52-week high happens when a stock hits its 52-week high, meaning it's 1 year high. So every stock is gonna have a high point, a full 1 year high where it hit in the past and has come down since then. Okay, so what you'll have, and you'll see this often, and I'll show you guys the examples on the stocks, is you have a stock that runs up and creates a 52-week high, right? After it hits a 52-week high, what it does is it consolidates, it comes down and tries to go over there again, and then it comes down again and just does this thing where it tries to go over there again. Okay, now what the key here is the moment the stock breaks out of this 52-week high. Now, it doesn't matter what it does in between all of that stuff. The moment the stock breaks the 52-week high, which is right around this area, the moment it breaks the 52-week high, you have a very strong breakout. Why is this significant? Well, because the stock just hit a new high from the past 1 year. And what you will see is a lot of people will buy into that stock on that breakout. So that is a very simple, straightforward way of trading this chart setup. It is simply the break of its 52-week high. So when a stock breaks the 52-week high, you enter the stock and you ride the price movement for a bit more, and you make some nice profit there. Okay, that happens often. I want to take you guys and give you a quick example of a stock that did that very recently, and we actually made some money on it. Well, I left very early, but we had HD here, which was again did all of this cool stuff in the middle. And if I just show you guys what I mean by the cool stuff, well, it did all of those cool, consolidation. It hit a 52-week high right here, and then it consolidated, tested that 52-week high right here, couldn't break it. So consolidate, 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 consolidate. And then look at when it breaks it. The moment it breaks it, it runs higher. So the breakout was right around here, and it ran to 304. Where was the breakout? The breakout was 290. So from 290 to 304, you have a big breakout for HD, which ultimately what happens, it creates that next move that you can profit off of. So let's say you entered at 291, or you entered at 292 or 293. You could have rode the price action to at least $300, where HD would have a lot of resistance, and you would have made some really nice profit, right? So this is the weekly chart. If you go to the daily chart, you kind of get the same idea, and you can kind of see that right around this breakout level, if I draw it out for you guys, right around here, when it broke out of the 52-week high, it went and created a new 52-week high, and you can see it on the side. It says 52-week high 304. So that is essentially what we're getting at when we're trading this 52-week high breakout strategy. What you want is you want to find a stock that is about to do the breakout, that is very close to the breakout level but hasn't done it yet, because you want to get in when it breaks out, not after it breaks out. So let's say you go ahead and you enter HD right now. Sure, it can keep on going up higher, but you already missed a good entry point. Your entry point is on the break of the 52-week high. So how can we find these stocks? Because there are a lot of stocks out there that you have to scan through. So how can we find these 52-week high breakout strategy or breakout stocks? Well, I'm going to take you to the Finviz Screener, and what you do is you want to set up some basic criteria first and then search for the 52-week high. Okay, so we go to finviz.com, you go to Screener, you go to Descriptive. Now, the first thing when I'm looking for these, 52-week high breakouts, yes, you can look for it in a penny stock if that's that's the direction you want to go to. I personally like to use the 52-week high breakout strategy on large cap stocks or mega large cap stocks, and basically trade options for them at day trade options for them. So for HD, I was day trading options for it, right? So here's how I go with the price first, and the price is over $10. I just don't like trading options for stocks below $10. Just not my thing, I guess. At the end of the day, if you do like to do that, go ahead, it's up to you. You can modify the price however you want. I'm basically showing you guys the criterias that I use. Okay, so for options, and obviously this is options or shorts, you want to keep it at optionable, because if you want to trade options, if you don't keep it at optionable, just change it to any and just search all of those stocks. But I like to trade options for it, so I'll do optionable. Okay, then you want to go for current volume, and what I personally like is, at the very least, I want to see over 500,000 volume. If it doesn't have over 500,000 volume, it isn't liquid enough for me, it isn't volatile enough for me, or maybe it's just too volatile for me to trade in and out of that stock. It's one of those things where it's your preference, but I prefer a stock that has over 500,000 in volume. Best if it has over 1 million in volume, but I personally like 500,000. Now, that brings us to about 1,908 stocks right here, but we gotta go for the next key thing. Okay, so the next key thing is industry. Now you can change it if you want to, if you don't need to do it, but essentially this makes it so that there's no ETFs or anything like that, stocks only. Okay, I don't like to trade ETFs as much, so you can change this. If you like ETFs, you can keep it at any, but I like to change it to stocks only, so I'm keeping it as that. So that kind of takes away 300 stocks right there, so you guys can kind of understand what I'm getting at. So after you have set these criteria, and again, these are modifiable, it is your preference how you do it. Technicals, that's where you come in, and that's where the main key ingredient is, and that is the 52-week high and low criteria. What you care about is the 52-week high. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a stock that is about to break out. So we want to be right around here when the stock is right below its 52-week high but hasn't broke out of it, right? Hasn't done the breakout yet. It's right below it but hasn't done the breakout. So that is where Finviz comes in, and it's beautiful because they have it, this part right here where it says 0 to 3% below high, 0 to 5% below high, or 0 to 10% below high. Now you can choose either one of them, and if you choose 0 to 10%, it will give you 0 to 5, 0 to 3%. Let's start with 0 to 3%. So we want to see right at that breakout, right about that breakout. Okay, and at that moment you have about 171 stocks that are basically there, and you can go through all of them. That's what I do. I would go through each one of these stocks, but for the sake of this video, I want to change a little bit of the descriptive part where I go for anything over 1 million in volume, and I'll put the price anything over 20, just to lower the criteria a little bit. That brings us to 100. Let's see if I can get it down even more. So let's kind of go over and change it. Let's go to, if I could find it, that would be great. Right here. So change. Okay, so you can fix this up however you want. You can look for a stock that is down on the day or that is up on the day. Let's first go with the up on the day. If you go up on the day, there's a 93 stocks that are up. Let's go with anything above that is up 3%. Okay, if these are stocks that were up 3% the day before, which means that they're right around this breakout level but has not broken out just yet. Because this is something that I noticed with HD here, is if you go to HD, it has been consistently running up, even up in the past 3 days. You can kind of see what I'm getting at with the up 3%. I'm doing this for the only reason is, for this video, I'm making it so that there's very few selections to choose from, so that we can kind of get an idea of the breakout. Okay, but you can change this to however you want. You can change it to any, which is where I prefer, and I would go through all 100 stocks individually and find the ones that are really close to breaking out or really good. But again, it's up to you, your preference. I personally just gonna stick with change right here of 3%. That is 3% the day before, which is last Friday. Now we got 21 stocks, and that's great. That's perfect. AA, this is the first one, and let's go over this one right now. And what you have here is, well, yeah, it has a 52-week high of $33.45 that it hit a couple of days ago. So what you want is you want to wait for that breakout. So if it breaks over this 33.45, you have a solid entry point, and that means more people are going to come in and buy. It got 9 million in volume, nice buyers, and looks like MACD is reversing. So it's a pretty decent chart, right? Might be that there are much better ones. Okay, might be that there are much better ones. Let's go to ADS, and we look at ADS here. Looks really good, right? This one is pretty much what I would trade, and I'm definitely going to be adding this to my watch list for a quick in and out day trades for these options plays. Is the moment it breaks 120.30, that is a play that I'm going to take an attempt at, and that means that it will go to 121, 122, and I take my profit, move on from this play, get a quick day trade of 10 to 20%. So you basically get the idea as to how this works. We got a 52-week high that we want to see if the stock can test, and we play it. So look at DELL. It's a much better chart on DELL. So what we have here is a nice falling wedge breakout. This is definitely on my watch list. Nice falling wedge breakout. Nice right here. Like, this is the breakout of the falling wedge. Now it has a 91.51 that it needs to break out for it to run up and hit a new 52-week high. If that happens, I have an entry point. But it is very strong right now, so keep an eye on DELL. Definitely a stock I'll be watching for next week. Absolutely. This is a gorgeous chart setup. And then there's stocks like here where you can see that it already broke out. So this is not a stock that I would be looking at the moment. DEN, it broke out already last Friday and then came back below the 52-week high. So there's no reason to trade this stock. And then you have JBL. It's another one that looks like it's about to break out. Look at JBL. This is another stock that is about to break out. Nice earnings winner. So it's pretty much a peg stock here. You're looking at a $52 breakout. Breaks $52, you have a solid entry point here. So definitely going to add JBL to my watch list. So you basically get the idea as to how this 52-week high breakout strategy works. So all you do is look for that stock that is about to break out but hasn't broken out yet. And you can modify this. What I personally do is I go for 0 to 10%. I don't have any percent change, and that's it. That's all I do. I go to 500,000, and I have 500 stocks that I'm going to skim through every single one of them and find which one is good, which one is bad, and find that perfect setup. If you have any more questions, let me know down in the comments below. Maybe I'll make another video on this topic and just expand upon it and use different criterias to add on to this 52-week high breakout strategy. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, but keep an eye on DEL. Definitely one of the stocks that I have that are on my watch list. And if you did enjoy this video, guys, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more of these videos of finding these different kind of stocks or strategies and so on and so forth. Let me know down in the comments below as well. I'm going to be going live 9 p.m. so let me definitely join me during the live session, and we'll probably be using this strategy for this week mostly because when we look at HD, when we look at stocks like TGT, these are stocks that have done the same breakout. Like TGT was another one that I played, and you can kind of see falling wedge reversal followed by a 52-week high breakout. Absolutely one of the best chart setups that I really like to trade. So that is essentially what I'm getting at with next week, is these 52-week high breakout stocks. Okay, and ultimately it is how you trade it. It is your preference, but this is a strategy that has been working right now, and I'm going to keep on pushing forth with this strategy. So that is basically it for this video, guys. I hope to see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Peace.